Therapy Fest started off in 2020 when COVID was at its peak, and we decided that we needed a little therapy. So we started off doing this event that is mostly to integrate technology with nature and healing, because this is a 3-day event. So obviously it's nice to have a whole little bit of something of everything. So we do the party at night, end of afternoon into the night. And in the daytime, we've got the healing part, which is the meditations and the yogas and the sound journeys. So it's something for everyone. And it worked out awesome. We loved the results. And since the beginning, since 2020, we just did our 5th edition. We've been growing everything from technology to decor to everything. This year we decided that we needed something fresh out the box, something related to growth.
And so through the first brainstorming that we had after the previous festival, we figured, we came up with the idea of using the butterfly as the main symbol for this year's main stage. And so we basically wanted to represent the butterfly through the whole process of it, from being a cocoon over to a caterpillar onwards to the butterfly. We started by creating this concept and trying to find a structure that would better represent the butterfly, initially through just simple designs that would help us figure out what kind of materials we would be using and so on. We knew we wanted to do video mapping. We knew what was necessary, but then we really needed to figure out what final shape we would use. So basically at the end, we ended up arriving at this shape, which basically came down to different boards of plywood that would then be painted white, and that would then be set up within the structure, the skeleton of the DJ booth, let's say. And so we ended up creating these 3D renders, which helped us have an idea of how it would look in the end. And then we ended up mapping this whole thing into different sheets of paper, which were then cut appropriately to the exact size that we needed. And so from then on, we had to come up with the right solutions in terms of technology. We're quite experienced with the use of Resolumi for this matter, but then, hybrid constructs, plugins, namely Chaser and Pulse, were essential. And so that we wanted to enhance the experience to the fullest. We already had the footage, we already had the artificial intelligence content that we were developing for this fact, but then Pulse would bring what we needed in terms of the BPM sync, so that people would feel the beat aligned with the videos. And also the Chaser allowed us to create different sequences that would then kind of animate the butterfly in the best way that it could, in terms of having that translation, the visual translation of what's happening, and respecting, of course, the sound itself and the work by these amazing artists that we had this year.
The electronic music needed something that could capture that sound, that BPM that is constant, and translated into triggering our videos, our content. And Pulse did a huge part in this, because the whole concept was that we would grow. It's a 3-day event, so the whole idea for initially was that we were going to grow physically, the projection surface, but then we would have to pre-map everything. We wouldn't have been able to map it in that day because it started off right in the beginning of the night. So we'd have to have everything pre-mapped. And the only way to do that was to maybe just leave the same structure, and we would do the progression digitally. So Chaser played a huge part in that, because it helped us grow into the last night, which was the complete visual madness, and people just went, whoa, my God, this is like out of this world.
And basically, we kind of did a match between all of the video footage that we developed through artificial intelligence on the side, and also pre-composed all of the footage within Resolumi's timeline. And through audio reactive solutions within Resolumi, we were already able to manage some sort of interactivity with audio, but in the end, Chaser and Pulse ended up, kind of enhancing this to a level which even us were not expecting it.
Thank you, Hybrid Construct, for sponsoring these two awesome plugins. They were lifesavers, game changers.
Yeah, I think this experience wouldn't have been the same without this opportunity to experiment with your technology, which we look forward to using more in the future, and in whichever way we can contribute to the expansion and evolution of whatever you guys are doing, you can count on us.